among other neighborhoods on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Hello, I'm Marissa Jarrett Winoker. Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. 1 in every 4 Americans is infected with HPV. For many people, the virus hides inside them, and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for children 11 to 12 years old, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctor. You don't want HPV hiding inside you. Go to the link for more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
Did you get a comment that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM. Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Bong, bong. We are here. Let me make sure there's nothing playing in the background that might interrupt our. All right, enough of that. Good morning, everybody.
You were loud. You scared me. That was a scam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning.
Morning.
We are in the building, and we are one man down. Man down. So that means that me and Miss Tony will be holding down the show by ourselves today. So all of that fancy production you guys are so used to, you know, it might be missing.
Yeah.
Tad bit. Quick check-in, Miss Tony. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing pretty good. Today is a good day. It is Wednesday. We are halfway through this week, which means we are days closer to me being up out of here. And I'm looking forward to a little getaway. It sounds like I'm going to be doing a lot of swimming. I've got to pack more bath suits than I intended. Than I anticipated. However, my pants smell good and life is nice.
Why does your pants smell good?
Oh, because I bought new laundry detergent and I use a new fabric softener with my Snuggle laundry sheets, and my clothes smell so good.
I'm done with that. The other day I had on a really good smelling sweater, a hoodie, and it smelled so good upon my neck.
I keep doing this to myself, like just smelling myself. And some perfume that you gave to mommy. I don't know why you gave it to her.
That little, it was from Walmart. I found it in a bag when I was bagging up my groceries one time. Like somebody left it there.
Have you smelled that?
It's so clean.
Oh, it smelled so good. I sprayed some on myself last night. I was smelling myself all night. It was so nice. What is it called?
I don't even know. It came in a little box. And that's all I know.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's delicious. How today, Saucy?
I'm well. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
I'm a little lethargic. High chance.
This is looking
Boy,
extra.
Chance.
I don't know what he did, but he looked extra.
I'm about to take a chance on him. Get it?
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
No, I'm good.
He looked like a lucky chance.
I'm a little bit nervous because I don't have anything. I mean, I'm just going to repeat everything that I wore in Grenada because I don't have any more clothes and I couldn't afford to buy any. So I am trying to figure out I'm not doing a lot, so I don't have to do too much.
I had a whole Miami wardrobe for
I know.
$53.
Must be nice.
You know what I had to break out?
What?
Them gift cards from Inquest. Well, 4 of those left, and I was like, oh, we use one of these for this here.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I mean, I'll be cute. Anyways,
I mean,
I'll
what do we
find
do?
something.
When we get down there, we don't even know what's happening. So when we get down there is when we're going to find out. So we'll figure out whatever once we get down there.
Still ain't got no clothes.
Yeah, you just, as long as you have the basics, you need jeans, shorts, a white tank top. So, and I got you for everything else. Don't worry about it. I got you.
All right. Let's hope. But today is, are we going to get this show started immediately?
Immediately.
Unless we might leave early and go shopping. No, we're not going to do that.
Like it.
Even though yesterday, I don't know if you guys were listening, but I showed Tony and Tristan my phone. And my bank account said negative $791 or something like that.
Yeah.
What has been happening is Chase has been Capital One has been taking out a large sum of money and then immediately putting it back.
Why?
I don't know. I was looking at my statement yesterday. I was like, they've done this 3 months in a row. Like they'll take out like $680 or something like that and then put it back.
What is that?
I don't know. You think it's a scam? You think that they're skimming some off the top? So they're taking like $3 each time? It's the same amount going in and going out, but there's got to be something fishy about that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very, very weird.
I don't like it.
As neither do I.
Call them up and be like, stop playing with my money, yo.
Because y'all don't know me like that.
Right.
So if you do think you know me, then you don't. That's all I gotta say. With that said, we're gonna get this show started because I am all over the place. I don't know how y'all be in here doing this by yourself. That's crazy. That is crazy for y'all to do it. It's time for Spark FM, Saucy and Friends in the morning. Let's get into our stories. Good morning, everybody on the check-in. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, LaWanda. How y'all doing? Go ahead and give it up a share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That we're gonna be here. We're not gonna be here on Friday, so don't get too sad and don't get too scary. Oh yes, we will be here Friday. We absolutely will be here Friday, so we're gonna have a good time for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
With that said, let's get into the news and everything else as such. Can you get into that so I can figure out?
I will get into it, sister. I've got you. Today is Wednesday. The weather is partly cloudy, 65 degrees, a low of 43, 5% chance of rain. Partly cloudy, high around 65. 55 Fahrenheit. The winds are west at 10 to 15 degrees miles per hour. Not 10 to 15 degrees, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Very, very mild weather here in Boston today. What is going on in Boston? Boston won't implement rat birth control yet after the pilot results.
Why not?
I guess the pilot results weren't good. Let's see what's going on here. Boston.com.
So they was getting more babies, maybe?
Well, no. City officials said pilot program in Jamaica Plain didn't prove effective, but a nonprofit said there were fewer rats around Hyde Park. Rat birth control won't be coming to Boston anytime soon after a pilot program in Jamaica Plain didn't necessarily prove effective, city officials told the Boston City Council this week. Tanya Del Rio, the commissioner of inspectional services, told councilors Monday that there wasn't a decrease in 311 reports of rats during the pilot. In JP, there were 82 complaints in 2023 and 154 so far this year. At the precinct level, while it was a small subset, there was an upward trend of reports. Since the product is still in the research and development phase, we have been monitoring it, because if it proves effective, it is something we should definitely adopt, Del Rio said. At the same time, we want to be good stewards of taxpayer money, and if it's still in that research and development phase, we don't want to be the kind of people experimenting on if we've received mixed.
So wait, what's happening? What wasn't good about it?
It didn't decrease the amount of rats.
Oh, they were still having sex with birth control?
Mm-hmm.
And they
were like, now I can just raw dog, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it do matter because they still having the babies.
The birth control don't work?
No.
Wisdom Good Works conducted the rat birth control pilot at residential buildings in a 2-block area of Hyde Square between August 2023 and 2024, and nonprofit directors of operations Aliana Gonzalez White told counselors their results told a different story. She said they monitored an increase in the rats eating the plant-based solid feed pellets.
They was having more.
Their findings using consumption levels of the feed decreasing and cameras reported a rat decline of 50 to 70%, depending on the month. This is in Hyde Park. The residents of Jamaica Plain have demonstrated this success to show an important first step has been taken in ridding Massachusetts of harmful poisons and repeated half measures, Gonzalez White said. Fertility control is a proactive approach that is the 21st century solution to an age-old problem. So is it working or not? John Ulrich, the Assistant Commissioner of Environmental Services, said some neighbors saw an increase in activity, including a few community gardens. He said the data basically is based on consumption. The challenge is open populations, and how do we deal with that? I think Dr. Mayer can prove that her product works, but how do we use it in a city with an open population, in a neighborhood like JP or a neighborhood like Brighton? What is the best strategy, and what other tools can we use with that product to make sure it's successful, he said. I don't know.
Does birth control work for women?
They're going to ban birth control soon, huh?
They are. If Trump becomes president, then they are going to ban birth control, and y'all ain't going to be able to get pregnant or not have a baby.
Either.
No. It's wrong.
What?
Everybody's going to be pregnant, and there's nothing you could do about it. So all you fathers out here that's talking about, ooh, I ain't want no kid. She had the baby against my will. She didn't have no choice but to have that baby, so you got to pay.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't think that men are looking at it that way. Especially I'm not saying black men are in their child's lives statistically more than anybody else. I would like to put that on the record.
Put it down, girl.
However,
there's
a lot of people out there, not only black men, but I'll use black men because I'm a black woman. A lot of you black men that don't want to take care of your kids talking about, ooh, I'm just going to have sex and she shouldn't be having no kid without me, and she shouldn't, and she knew I didn't want no kid. She ain't going to have no choice. She ain't going to have no goddamn choice. So you better prepare, and you better strap up, and you better be safe, and stop being nasty and raw dogging, because it's not cute.
Get a vasectomy if you're going to be a whore.
Exactly. And it don't even hurt. So that's what I heard.
It hurt a little bit.
Do it?
Just for a little while.
What?
Oh, you just put some ice up under there. You'll be fine tomorrow.
Oh, God. It hurt me when you said that. That's terrible.
I don't know. All they got to do is they got to get one of them honey pot pads, put it up under there, and then all them herbs spring up in they vesicles, and then they be fine.
Not in they vesicles.
What else is happening in Boston? Taunton, not in Boston, but in Taunton, the mayor and her husband want their domestic violence charges dropped.
That's the woman that licked up her husband, and then he was like, "No, I'm sorry for calling the police after she beat my ass. And we in love. Mm-hmm. Don't send her to jail. Let her keep her job."
What's that called? Munchausen syndrome?
No, Stockholm.
Stockholm, yes.
Stockholm syndrome.
Well, sometimes niggas gotta be beat. Taunton Mayor Shauna O'Connell and her husband Ted O'Connell have filed court papers asking for the dismissal of criminal charges against Shauna after an alleged fight between the couple in July. On July 19th, Shauna and her husband got into a fight during which she allegedly bit him and struck him with a small crowbar, a police report.
What's a small crowbar?
A little one that you use for little tires. Police arrested the mayor and charged her with assault and battery on a family member and with a dangerous weapon. Court documents said Ted was allegedly verbally abusing Shauna when she attacked him. That's right. Cuff him in the mouth.
No, everybody keep your hands to yourself. The views of Miss Tony are not the views of Spark FM.
You're not going to verbally abuse me. Sticks and stones may break my bones and words hurt worse than bruises. He then tried to leave, and she jumped on the hood of his car to stop him. She was crazy.
She
deranged. The report said Ted denied an emergency restraining order and medical attention after police offered both to him. In the affidavit submitted on September 19th, Edwards said he told police he did not want his wife to be arrested. "I wish I had never called the police," he said in the affidavit.
I bet you did wish you never called the police.
Officers said they found Shauna inside the house, placed her in handcuffs, and escorted her out of the building. But now the couple has asked Attleboro District Court to drop all charges against Shauna. They both filed affidavits asking for the charges to be dropped on September 19th. "My wife and I immediately reconciled," Ted said in one of the affidavits. "My wife and I want this criminal action dismissed." That he would plead the Fifth Amendment and not take the stand if the matter were to go to trial. In Shauna's affidavit, she said she told police very little when questioned about the alleged altercation with her husband, which she said led him have want charges dropped. "Like all couples, we have had challenges," the couple said in a joint statement to Boston.com, made days after Shauna's arrest. "We've been working through marital issues. During an argument, Ted involved the police and regrets making that decision. We asked for privacy for our family on personal issues as we work through this matter." Shauna became mayor in Taunton in January of 2020 and was previously a state rep. She did not respond to a request for comment on Tuesday. Shauna and Ted have been married for 33 years, both said in the affidavit.
33 years.
33
So what do you think happened? You think there was a tussling?
I think they got in an argument. He probably called her a B or a C word because
yeah.
that's what white men say. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Nah, no," and slapped him in the mouth with a crowbar. I think that's what happened.
You can't slap somebody in the mouth with a crowbar.
No.
Why not?
Anyhow, these men got to watch their mouths, and that's the thing. I don't condone slapping a man in the face, but
wow.
But
the views expressed by Miss Tony, you
have to hold your composure and not get physical. You know that you're the mayor, but at the same time, she was like, "Do you know who I am?
I'm the mayor.
I'm the mayor. You're not gonna talk to me any old kind of." That wall is so nice. You're not gonna talk to me any old kind of. That is a really nice wall back there. I really like it. And so that's what happened. I do not condone violence.
You said that with a straight face? Jesus Lord.
Here's why the Attorney General, Andrea Campbell, is suing.
Again, the views of Miss Tony are not the views expressed by the Spark FM family.
Massachusetts will not tolerate a future where companies exploit the vulnerabilities of young people for profit, Campbell said in a statement about the lawsuit. She's suing TikTok. Did you know that?
She's suing who?
TikTok. Yeah, Andrea Campbell.
Why?
Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Campbell filed a lawsuit against popular social media app TikTok on Tuesday, accusing the company of purposely designing its platform to make young users addicted while marketing the platform as safe.
Who she is? Donald Trump? And the Conservative Party?
That's so weird to me. Is TikTok really that bad?
TikTok, from what I know of TikTok, is TikTok doesn't necessarily follow an algorithm per se. It's like algorithmless unless there's some super algorithm inside of it. You just see videos. You just be seeing the videos.
So what's the difference between TikTok and Instagram?
That's what I don't understand. I don't know why they're coming so hard down on TikTok. Could somebody explain that? 617-272-3387.
I see a lot of people post their TikToks to Instagram. And
Me
stuff
too.
like that. So I don't know what the difference is. So she joined attorneys general in 12 states and the District of Columbia in suing TikTok. The suits also name its parent company, ByteDance Inc., as well as related companies TikTok LLC and ByteDance LLC. In the 109-page suit, prosecutors allege TikTok knowingly harms a wide swath of its young users through the platform's addictive framework and lack of user support. Ain't that more on the people, on the user, than it is on the app? How does the app do that? The app makes you addicted? That's so weird. Prosecutors have accused TikTok of knowingly exploiting and harming youth, willfully misrepresenting its platform, and being a public nuisance. Prosecutors want a jury trial, the lawsuit says. Campbell said TikTok is driven by greed and created technology that causes its users to become compulsive and addicted. Massachusetts will not tolerate a future where companies exploit the vulnerabilities of young people for profit.
So you think that Massachusetts, is she suing? They're suing, and then what do they hope to happen from it? Is that TikTok goes away, or that they do? What didn't one place ban TikTok? What was it? Switzerland or somebody?
I don't know. I thought it was one of the Asian countries.
Let me see. It says, is TikTok safe for kids? How bad can it be to let your kid or your child watch a short video featuring a pug running circles around a yard? Seems harmless enough until you realize these proprietary algorithm that recommends content based not just on the videos your child watches, but their location and language, and continually exposes your child to new content, mostly from creators they may not follow. Since its 2016 launch in China, TikTok has exploded, getting downloaded worldwide over 3 billion times and morphing into a full-fledged video service with an extraordinary range of content geared at all types of audience, and is highly addictive. According to a 2022 Pew survey, kids and teens spend an average of 91 plus minutes a day on TikTok. That's it?
It's an hour and a half.
That's it? That's all they spending on TikTok?
Yeah. So it's like,
when I get my screen time back, it'd be like, you spent 11 hours today on randomness.
Oh, I had to turn that off.
Because it was rude.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need this negativity in my life. Seeing how much of everything.
While there's plenty of fun and engagement content on TikTok that parents and kids can enjoy together, and it's certainly a shared interest among kids today, parents should be mindful of the app's limitations and risks. TikTok can lead a child to engage in a dangerous activity in the form of a challenge, lead to shorter attention spans, and expose them to constant negative comparisons. It may also expose children to misinformation, which may lead to poor mental and physical health. So again, you asked the question, what's the difference between a TikTok and an Instagram?
Yeah, that's what Malika said. What's the difference between TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? What's the difference?
Maybe because the algorithm, maybe the algorithm on those other ones, because there's, from what I've read here, those other ones give you videos or suggest videos based on your interests and the things that you watch already online. Whereas TikTok, you can start out watching a cute little puppy and end up doing a challenge where you got to stick a snail up your nose or something like that.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I was going to say something else, but I did take it. Was in consideration of the children that are still on the way they chose.
So LaWanda said the TikTok algorithm is more broad and focuses on making things viral and have no boundaries for kids. Schneider says, I think they are afraid the Chinese government is purposely poisoning the minds of children so that in 25 years they will be held in world's largest, they will be the world's largest economy while we are addicted to cat videos.
I see what they're doing. I see what he said there.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And Angela Cologne, Angie says there's no difference than any other type of social, and I don't think so either.
Me either. To me. I feel like you also said it earlier, like that has to do with you guys monitoring what your children watch online. Now, I say that as a mother who does not have a good monitoring system for my child at home. And sometimes we hear what they're hearing and we say, turn it off! Turn it off right now.
Yeah.
Put on something else.
Yeah.
Like that. But, you know, these kids are very sneaky. They know how to lower and upper the volume. They know how to go to another room. They know how to switch the thing real quick. You just gotta be.
But this is what I'm saying about these little boys or kids in general. They listening to all kind of cussing when we, whatever. Last night I was playing Lady Lava in the car and she said the S word. And this was, she said the S word. Oh, mom, she keeps saying the S word. You've got to turn this off. You've got to change it.
CK2, they said a bad word. You need to turn the channel. What?
But then y'all listening to all kind of
and fart and
but this and but that.
Yeah. I don't
know.
understand. I don't understand the youth.
They said much of this lawsuit is focused on how TikTok operates to hook users into the platform and generate profit. Prosecutors allege TikTok unfairly and unconscionably exploits its young users to keep them on the app for long periods of time. The suit said TikTok uses tactics that platform itself describe as coercive design to keep users scrolling for as long as possible. Again, ain't that the same thing with YouTube, kids?
Cut it out. Yeah, cut it off. Put a timer on the phone or something like that where they only got a couple of minutes. I don't know if we should be suing TikTok.
I don't think so either. I think that somebody said in the comments that it's because it's a Chinese company and we don't like China.
The China is the reason why we got such low cost goods in Shein.
Exactly. And I love fast fashion.
Me too.
I love it. And I like Chinese food.
Me too. And I like Chinese Hello Kitty. That's what I like. Keeping it moving.
Woman says her drink was drugged at Legal Seafoods in Boston's Seaport District.
So a little while ago, a lot of this was happening. Remember, like all down Faneuil Hall and everybody like that. I make me making up things. No. It was going on where people are spiking people's drinks, and this is something that I'll never
Because what's the point of that?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to share the video, but keep going.
All right. A woman is warning others to watch their drinks after she says hers was drugged at a popular Boston restaurant. The incident happened Saturday at the Legal Seafoods location in the Seaport District, according to 32-year-old Jamie Brodsky, who broadcasted it on TikTok. She says she was sitting alone at the bar after going to an Oktoberfest event. Halfway through my water, I see the bartender coming over, take the water out of my hand with like nothing said, and then gave me a different one. In my head, I was like, alarms are going off. I'm like, that was weird. Then she says her vision started to blur. She left right away, catching an Uber home and staying on the phone with her dad the whole way. I'm really lucky that I knew the signs and I got home, she says, but that doesn't happen to everybody, and we know the realities of what can happen. She took to TikTok with her story, urging people to be cautious. If it could help at least one person, then I'm happy I shared my story, she said.
Here is the clip. I was having some technical difficulties, but I have rectified the situation.
Layden is in Seaport to explain.
I am just coming back from being roofied.
You may have heard about it on TikTok.
From a water.
Jamie Brodsky warning others about watching their drinks after the 32-year-old says she was roofied at Legal Seafoods in Boston Seaport.
Halfway through my water, I see the bartender come over, take the water out of my hand with like nothing said, and then give me a different one, which in my head I was like, alarms are going off. I'm like, that was weird.
Brodsky claims she was sitting alone at the bar after going to Oktoberfest when she drank her water and her vision started to blur.
My head just got like really dizzy and I was just like flushed, and I'm like, I've been drugged.
Luckily, she says she was able to leave right away and catch an Uber home, with her dad remaining on the phone.
I'm really lucky that I got home. Like, I'm really lucky that I knew the signs and I got home, but that doesn't happen for everybody, and we know the realities of what can happen.
State police now investigating, and Legal Seafoods releasing this statement in part. We are taking this matter very seriously and immediately launched an investigation and contacted the guest. Our guest safety and security are always our #1 priority. Our teams are trained and certified to ensure safe, welcoming, and respectful environments for our patrons and team members alike. As for Brodsky,
even if it's just a water.
She wants to use her social media attention.
Also, I'm 32. They probably thought I was like a kid.
And courage to speak publicly to help others.
If it could help at least one person, then I'm happy I shared my story. And we've learned.
This is good. So what is the signs that you have been roofied?
Let's look that up.
Signs of roofieism.
Signs of roofie.
And then you really...
Who was she at Oktoberfest with?
Her friends?
Right, and why she ended up at Legals by herself?
Because she's, them.
What are the symptoms of a drug drink? Feeling sick or sleepy, feeling dizzy or faint, feeling drunk when you've only had a small amount of alcohol, passing out, memory loss, difficulty walking, controlling body or talking, blackouts, which can be for extended periods or of many hours.
They use Rohypnol, ketamine, gamma hydroxybutyate.
Oh, wow.
Etzizolam, clonazepam, and Xanax, and Valium. These are all the different things you can be roofied with. How to tell if you were roofied, understanding how to recognize the symptoms of being roofied is crucial for your safety and well-being. I mean, all of those things sounds like me having a little old-fashioned. After one old-fashioned, I feel like I've been roofied.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, I was definitely roofied on Saturday. What is drink spiking?
Why was you roofied on Saturday?
I don't know. Everything is so foggy to me about what happened here. It was such a good time. You know what was a good part of Saturday too? While we were out there partying and Big Trini was in here doing his whole show.
Oh yeah,
the Avenue with the crowd and everybody was in here.
First it was Winnie and them.
Oh, Winnie and them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it was Big Trini, and I just love that whatever happens in here don't have to happen out there.
It was so cool.
A good time. It was a good time.
And here's what to do if you suspect that you've been that your drink has been spiked. Ask someone to get to a safe place. If you are at a venue, let the staff know that you think your drink has been spiked. If you or someone you know feels unwell or have been sexually assaulted, call suspects a drink has been spiked. It's important to report it to the police. So those are the things. That's from the website called alcoholthinkagain.com.
Have you guys ever felt out there in the radio world? Have you guys ever felt like you've been roofied, or have you ever been roofied? Have you ever experienced that?
I haven't. Have you?
No.
Why would
well, I
do
don't
that?
know, because I'm never by myself to drink. I think that the usual precautions that you have to take are you never leave your drink unattended. Don't let nobody bring you a drink. Go with them to the bar to get the drink from the bartender. Cover your drink if you're gonna be
Make
talking.
a little napkin.
A little nap. Do those things. Don't bring your drink in the bathroom. Not only is that unsanitary, but it is also a way for somebody to roofie you in there. So these are just proper precautions that we have to take. Even after you drunk, just have somebody be like, I'm drunk, girl. Just got my back. Make sure I don't get roofied. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah, say those things. And that is a warning, especially for this weekend, if you're going to be venturing down to Miami. Because unfortunately, again, just to bring it up again, we had we saw that big viral post that were going out not too long ago about all the people who had been sexually assaulted in like vets, right? And we don't want to see that. So just be careful. Be mindful. And have a babysitter. Data shows shoplifting in Boston is way up, and retailers think they know why. They say that Boston saw an increase of 55% in shoplifting between the first half of 2019 and that same period in 2024. That's a comparison that's crazy. At the end of September, the Boston Police Department arrested 9 suspects on the same day for alleged shoplifting and larceny as part of the Safe Shopping Task Force initiative. Launched at the beginning of 2024, the initiative, which involves the police, Suffolk County District Attorney's Office, and retail partners, aims to hold shoplifters accountable after hearing about complaints of a rise in shoplifting and larceny in the city. To what degree shoplifting is an increasingly significant problem for retailers in the city isn't entirely clear. There are arguments about the accuracy of recent data due to possible reporting discrepancies and increased tracking efforts. Regardless, it's something both store owners and employees are definitely concerned about. And in particular, they point out a change in so-called felony threshold that they say might be further encouraging would-be shoplifters to risk getting caught. Is there a story here?
I don't think so.
No. So shoplifting occurs most frequently in Boston's major retail destinations, such as Downtown Crossing, South Bay Shopping Center in Dorchester, Newbury Street, and the Prudential and Copley Malls. Data from the Council of Criminal Justice, a national nonpartisan think tank, shows that shoplifting has increased in Boston by 27% from the first half of 2023 to the same period this year. In addition, from the first half of 2019 to the same period in 2024, shoplifting is 55% higher. Because things is too expensive.
It's way too expensive, and people don't have time for that. And if you can sneak a little something in your bag, why wouldn't they?
And what is shoplifting?
Yeah, like what constitutes shoplifting?
Right.
Is a lip gloss shoplifting?
Like if you steal if you walk away with a 99-cent pack of gum, well, let's say.
If you put a pack of tea in a bag. Is that shoplifting? I'm dead ass serious. What constitutes shoplifting? I don't think tea should be considered shoplifting.
If you put one box of tea, but not two boxes of tea and mad plastic cutlery, then you shoplifted.
Did you?
Did you?
Did it? We want to hear from you guys. What constitutes shoplifting?
Is it quality or quantity that determines?
Evan said swiping, no swiping.
Yeah.
All right, Diego.
Right. So if you go into the Dollar Tree and you take one thing, is that shoplifting, or do you have to take three things from Dollar Tree to be shoplifting?
Or maybe it's robbery versus shoplifting.
Okay.
Shoplifting is if you were shopping and you lifted it, then robbing's more.
Put the money in the bag.
Put the money in the bag. Is it? No, because I could rob the store of mad things. I can rob all the TVs. That's shoplifting. That is robbing a TV. Is taking a TV shoplifting or robbing?
But you got to be careful because in addition, in 2018, lawmakers raised the threshold for larceny from $250 to $1,200. So you got to steal at least $250 worth of stuff before it's considered.
See, Malika said, okay, if I spend $100 in the store at self-scan and the apples are free, is that shoplifting?
No. That's a coupon.
That's a coupon. That's payment for me having to self-scan everything that I did.
Right, that's my employee discount since I'm self-scanning.
Yes.
I think. It says below the, so in addition,
Larry wants us to hush.
So larceny is from $250 to $1,200. So it's considered larceny if you steal at least $1,200.
Oh, okay.
Below that amount is considered shoplifting, a misdemeanor resulting in a maximum 1-year jail sentence or a fine of up to $300. And that's a far cry from felony larceny, which can lead to a 5-year jail sentence or a fine of up to $25,000.
So a lip gloss could potentially yield me
$300.
$300?
And 1 year sentence, a 1 year.
I could go to, yo, what you in here for? Yo, I was in Walmart. There was a pack of Carmex. Took that shit. And they got me.
For a year.
For a year. A year and a day.
A year and a day.
Shout out to Ayana Bean. That's my girl.
Hey, Yana. And that is the local news.
Larry said it's only stealing if you get caught.
That's right.
And I like that. With that said, we're going to go to a commercial break right on that thought because Larry is out here spitting game out here in the world. Let me see if I can get these commercials.
Doing the math.
The math. The maths is mathing for Larry Jordan. We'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked right here.
Let's start with the big question.
Who are you? The all-new Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Hello, I'm Marissa Jarrett Winokur. Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. 1 in every 4 Americans is infected with HPV. For many people, the virus hides inside them, and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is, there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for children 11 to 12 years old, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctor. You don't want HPV hiding inside of you. Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. Tax.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are in your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
And we are back. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Welcome back. I can't get the damn instrumentals to work in the background. That's why this is not my job. This is above me. It's above my pay grade here. And it is very, unbecoming to have such a I'm rambling right now so I can buy myself some time. Don't you guys worry about me.
I got it.
Okay. Oh, that's not it either, but we'll just play that in the background because that sounds beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. We have a special guest in the building with us today. And I'm really excited to have her here because not only is she doing really dope, amazing things, but she's also one of my bestest, goodest friends in all the land. She goes by the name of Ioma, and she's the founder of Boston's Got Talent. Welcome to Spark FM, Ioma. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Danny. Thank you for inviting me. I'm super excited to be here today. And before we even begin, I just want to take this public platform and say, Danielle, I've known you since the 4th grade.
It's been a long time
since you've been a girl, and I seen you become
a youth.
I seen you come into adulthood. We were together, and now I see you as this full-fledged woman who is doing her thing, and I am super duper proud of you. Like to be
Girl, don't be having me over here blushing.
Girl, to be this is like a blessing by association. That's how I feel like I'm getting blessed, because I'm associated with someone like you. To be the first black woman to be doing what you're doing. Like, did I ever think that Danielle, who used to sit next to me in the 4th grade, was gonna be the first black woman doing this? She got her own day, y'all. Spark Day on October 5th.
October 5th.
Don't forget about that, you know?
Yoma, were you with Danielle when she was doing all her fighting in high school? She be telling us about?
I was there. I was right there. It was a group of us. It was a group of us. That's just the way it was gonna be.
I think we was just a little misunderstood.
I mean, we were passionate.
Yes.
Like very passionate creatures, and you can see it now because it translates into the woman you are today. You are still very much so passionate.
Yeah.
Right? So people are gonna say, "Yo, she's aggressive." No, she's passionate.
I'm misunderstood.
I'm very passionate too. That's just the way it is.
Y'all
right?
be passionate. Y'all 1983 children is passionate.
We special. We special.
It's the return of the talent shows to Boston.
Yes.
Tell us about
what it is.
Tell us about this, because I remember back in the day when we were growing up, there was big talent shows everywhere at the Strand, at the schools. I remember going down to English. It used to be packed. Everybody used to be singing so many things. And since then, it just seems like ain't no talent left.
Where are they at?
Where the talent at?
And that's exactly was my thought. Like, where are the talent shows? Where are the fun things for people to do in the city? That's not necessarily going out to the club or whatever. What are the activities going on that our kids are actually putting on? Right? What is happening? Like how we used to do step back in the day. What happened to those type of things that the city used to get so excited about? So that's what I wanted to say. Let me bring it back.
Yeah.
You know, and it something I always wanted to do. So I don't know if you were in beauty pageants, like for the Liberian community.
Yep.
And I was like, the next thing I'm gonna do is a talent show. I'm gonna do a fashion show, and then I got pregnant, and then that was right?
These damn kids.
Right. But we even say, let me
I see what you did there.
Right? Like, what kind of sparked me to get this going was I was watching the New Edition biopic that was on BET, and then I saw like, oh, they used to do talent shows, and y'all was in talent shows, and then y'all became who y'all were from a talent show?
Exactly.
I was like,
that's very true, and I didn't even put that together. Like, that is literally how they became New Edition.
Hello. Yeah. Right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Now, let's go a little bit
flyer
into...
from the actual event, too. Go ahead. I'm trying to post it for the people to know on the screen.
Okay, no, it's fine. I posted it. I know a lot of people don't seen it already. Yeah, so like going into that now, right? Thinking about that. Now, this will lead now into the scholarship piece a little bit. So a group of us was at Mrs. Burns' funeral. R.I.P. to Mrs. Burns.
Shout out to Mrs. Burns, who held down Mecco. Y'all was in Mecco, y'all know Mrs. Burns.
And it's crazy because all of us went through Mrs. Burns in this room.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. So, you know, it just shows you the impact, right? You see where we are today. So yeah, we're all there. We're like, okay, we're sitting at the repast, like we got to do something in honor of Mrs. Burns, like because we're all regretting we should have did something when she was here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Okay. So we're all sitting there looking, we're going to do something in her honor. We get a group chat going, and so that idea doesn't leave the group chat. Some of y'all know how ideas go.
Boy,
like,
the group chat is where ideas go to die.
I'm telling you, girl. So, I mean, I have so many group chats, so many ideas, but anyways, we're not talking about that. So I told Kenitra, I said, you know what? Somebody has to take the lead on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So who's going to take that lead? I said, I'll take the lead, but I don't got time to do that right now. So I said, you know what, too? I'm going to reach out to Mike Bivens because he was at the funeral and he was inspired, impacted by Thelma D. Burns. Let's get him involved. You know, we can make this a big thing.
Was he? What's his connection?
He went to Belmont, girl.
Michael Bivens went to Belmont?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shut up.
That's why I told him, you are a marauder.
Why y'all
I said, you are a marauder. He was like, okay, all right.
In all my years. I was today, this year's old at 9:36.
We had the same MECO director.
Really?
The same MECO director.
Dope. That's super dope.
Yeah. It is. So I was like, I'm going to hit him up. And she was like, all right, whatever. So I started DMing him on Instagram. Of course, naturally, he didn't respond. Naturally, because I hit him up several times because I'm annoying. It kind of reminded me when people said, like, Danielle was hitting up the office, hitting us up every day. I was like, that sounds like me. Like, we just don't go-getters because that's what we were taught. We came from Berea, too. Yeah. So we were taught to be go-getters. We were taught to, that's what you do.
Say it.
Right? So
be aggressive.
Shout out to Berea. So then I told my brother, I said, yo, Ife, I'm going to meet him and then he's going to work with me. I know, like one day we're going, and my brother was like, yeah, all right, you're not meeting him. Chill out.
And it's so funny because he does so much in Boston too.
Right.
It seems like you would just be easily able to run into him at the mall or something like that. But they be all over the place.
But you are, because that's exactly how it happened.
Oh.
So I'm out, like last year I took my kids to Mattapan Square. They were doing the Christmas tree lighting. The mayor comes through with the trolley.
Yeah.
No one's out there yet. I turn around, who's standing there? I was
Really?
like, yo, I said to him, I've been trying to reach you.
That's
the first thing. He was like,
see, it's so funny because I do this, but all of my friends are so outspoken. Like I would have seen him like, oh, that's Matt Bivens. Let's go to Chick-fil-A.
I don't know what I did not know what came over me. I just tell him my 1 minute elevator speech. I talk about Thelma D. Burns. I said we went to Belmont, what we're trying to do real quick. He said, I'm down. He said he told his boy Marty, get exchange numbers with her. So now I have this number and I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, Khadija, we gonna do something. 2024, something's gonna happen. But I sit on it. Then my homegirl, Tara, she goes, what happened? Like, you never hit this dude up. Like, hit him up.
You have his whole phone number. You've been
hit him up.
You've been DMing him.
And now I got an opportunity.
And you're not doing it.
So I hit up his boy Marty. I'm telling him what I want to do. He's like, all right, let me call Mike. He calls Mike. He's like, yep, do it. Get it done. And that's honestly was what sparked me. I'm going to keep using that word because it's standing right
there. It's a good word.
It's what sparked me to like
Tony,
get it done. Like to get it.
Back to you.
To get it done. You know what I mean? So I was definitely like, okay, I'm going to get the ball rolling. And I told him I was going to do some type of like back to school type of event for the kids. And I didn't know how it was going to happen. And I'm sure you guys come up with ideas and be like, yeah, we have an idea. I don't know how it's going to happen.
Right.
But I was like, I don't know where I'm going to get the money from to do it, but I'm going to do it. And so that's where I got the ball rolling to let's get this done. And I was like, how can I articulate this to people that I have this talent show, but we'll also have this scholarship.
Yeah.
Right. And so I was like, all right, I don't want people to put them together, but it is together.
Yeah.
The scholarship piece is its own thing.
Yeah. Quick little segue. What is the scholarship piece? I know it's a Thelma D. Burns scholarship. What sparked that?
I see what you did there. Well, you think about who Thelma D. Burns was. Like she was in my life an educator. So the scholarship piece was just came natural. Like why not inspire other kids and help other kids to pursue higher education, and not only higher education, but to develop skill sets in different trades. Because I'm sure if Mrs. Burns was here, she would say, yes, whatever it is that's going to help you propel in life, I want to help you do that, and that's exactly what you go and do. So that's why the scholarship piece came to like, we need to do that. So I wanted to be able to hit youth initiatives in different ways. Do it in that performance art way. We have the mentorship piece that's also coming with the talent show that we're offering the participants. And then we also have the talent show who feeds into the scholarship. So we have that piece that we're promoting education as well. Promoting for you to develop skills, because we need carpenters. I'm sure like you need carpenters to do this place. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Carpenters,
we need to be able to inspire these kids. So that's what this whole thing is about, inspiring. Miss Burns inspired me. And I'll tell you about the first meeting with Mrs. Burns. Like it was crazy. Like I met this lady, I'm going into 9th grade. We're sitting with my guidance counselor. She's like, you're gonna take all honors classes.
Me?
I was like looking at her like, no. She was like, yes, you are. I said, why? I looked at your grades and your grades are good and you're going to do it. So I was like, well, if this lady who don't know me from nowhere believes this much in me, I need to believe in myself. Right? And I tell you, I struggled in those honors classes, but I did not give up.
You did very well.
Right? I had like, it's the tenacity. And that's why it's no coincidence that you came into my life when I was a little girl, back then when I was in high school, and now we're here again. Because we all, it's like aligning. The tenacity keeps, the fire keeps coming back together. That's what's going to keep happening. You know what I mean? But that's really what inspired like the scholarship piece is like, school's expensive.
School's expensive. So okay, tell us about the show. When is it?
The show is this Friday.
This Friday,
October 11th. I'm super excited from 6 to 9. It's going to be at Spontaneous Celebration. Shout out to them.
Where's that
is in
at?
Jamaica Plain.
Oh.
Right near Stony Brook.
Okay.
45 Danforth Street. Shout outs to them because when I gave them the idea, they were like, yeah, come use the space.
Oh, that's nice.
You don't get that. You don't get that too much in Boston without a pushback and forth.
Girl, I wanted.
Where is that? Is that? It's like across from Stony Brook. It used to be.
Not across, but it's like on a side street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So shout outs to them. So about the show, when I thought about doing a talent show, I was like, I want to show all performing arts. I wanted to do singers, rappers,
because
dancers.
that's what it used to be, right? You could come out and rap or step or do
anything.
some lethargical dance.
I wanted to find young comedians, young fashion designers, you name it, young DJs, come and show us what you got. Yeah. And it's like Boston's Got Talent. Right. Let's find it. So but you know what the show actually has? The show has a good variety. We have singers, we have rappers, we have dancers, we even have bands.
What's the age group of it?
So the age group is grades 7 through 12.
Nice.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
That's honing in on the talents. They got to grow that now.
These kids are fearless, and that's what I'm trying to cultivate because we used to be so fearless, and because life was life and it kind of knocked that out of us. And I want to make sure we keep that in them, keep that fire going.
And it also just gives them something to do on a Friday night instead of being out, being wild and doing the most.
Exactly.
Come here and showcase your talent instead of being a job.
That's probably one of the biggest problems that we have with the youth here in Boston is that there's not enough for them to do.
That's
and
fun.
So they're bored and they're out at South Bay.
In Target,
right?
Doing the most. Y'all
well, now you see now Target has put a ban on them that you can't be.
Well, that's good because you shouldn't
hanging out in Target.
You shouldn't be down there without a dance. What are you going into? Unless you going to Target to get some towels or some Tupperware. Come out of there.
Exactly.
I actually seen this little girl cussing out this woman. I felt so bad. I'm like, if your mother was in here, I'm like. You know, I just said, let me mind my business because I don't want to
cuss out.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to cuss nobody else's shout out. And then I have my kids there. It's going to be all brawl. Like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
So I was like, Yoma, I prayed over the situation. I had to walk away.
Well, yeah, but thank you for bringing this together. So it says you have vocalists, instrumentalists, fashion designers, dancers, DJs.
That's what I wanted, the fashion designers. I didn't get any fashion designers, guys. I'm not even going to lie.
We might be able to.
Yeah, but they are out there.
Okay.
Yes,
and this
definitely.
is not going to be, this is just the first one. So now that it's happening, now that you know this is available for you guys to display your talent, display your garments. Hopefully I get fashion designers on the next one, but I didn't get any fashion.
Is this going to be an annual thing? That's what you're planning for this to be?
So it seems like they want it to be more than annual. Like,
yeah.
The city looks like they needed to be like something that's ongoing.
Monthly.
Yeah. So, quarterly, something like that. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what does it take to kind of put something like this together? Because not only you're dealing with production, you're dealing with, venues, you're dealing with the people that are coming, and then you're also dealing with the talent. So that means, do you have practices and things like that?
No, I didn't do practices for this first one, and I was happy not to do it because when I did the pageant, that took a toll on me to be able to do practices. So I didn't do that, but I feel like the next one I will do like auditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it took a toll just to get it promoted, to actually get it out there to people. Like that's a lot. You know what it is to promote something like. And to get people to kind of
It's so funny because you think you're doing big promotions, and then you talk to somebody that's like 2 degrees of separation, but like, oh, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
How? I posted it every day.
I've been talking about it everywhere. First of all, y'all better have tuned into Spark because I'm not playing. You guys better y'all better act like you know. If you don't know, ask somebody.
Hello.
Okay. But yeah, it's so that was like, to me, to put something like this together, one, you have to have the thought. So the first thought was the location. Once I found my location, I knew I could.
Yeah.
Right? So I wrote up a draft because I wanted to have the draft to be able to present it to these community centers. Like, this is what I'm trying to do and stuff like that. Can you help me? So once I found it and got a date, then it's like, okay, now come up with a flyer. Now you can't just come up with a flyer, but you need a registration form for these kids. So like, come up with a registration. It's like it's like the little nitty.
Yeah. As soon as you start getting into something, but like, oh, I need this.
Right.
Oh, I need that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And then people are like, well, how do I donate? How do I get tickets? How do I'm like,
give me a second.
You need judges. I was like, I need judges too, huh? Oh, shoot. Oh, I need production, like you said.
Yep.
Dang it.
I didn't think this through.
Yeah. I didn't think this through. But guess what? I'm a type of person that I don't give up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if that's what it is, let me get it done. And so we were able to get it done. There's so much that I could say that, like, to get this done, it took a lot of different organizations I had to connect with. Social media is very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
So when I put this out there, a lot of feedback came from social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I met this guy, DeHeat, right? He is awesome. He actually introduced me to one of the organizations that
what's his name?
DeHeat.
DeHeat.
Oh, yes. He's from Boston. He's doing his thing. He's a hip hop artist. Check him out. But he's just an example. When I met him, he was like, yo, let me introduce you to these people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me repost, you know, because he has a lot of followers.
Networking, I'm telling you.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I use him as an example, but I was able to, even with the Spontaneous Celebration organization, I was able to network. That's how I got Julia Mejia on to be a host, because they reached out to her.
I was just about to say that too. Like, Julia Mejia is going to be the official host of this. City Councilor Julia at large.
Yeah,
Julia Mejia.
Yeah. She's got some fire.
She used to be
on MTV.
a video jockey on MTV.
Girl, when I called her, and she was like, no, because she said, set up, eat it up. And when I talked to her, she was like, what is it that you want me to do? She said, you want me to host? You want me to be a judge? She just started throwing stuff out.
What do you need?
Like, and this is right. I just seen you on that Sunday, and I talked to her that Monday. You were telling me, I'm not going to be here. I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, then you could be a host. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes, that one.
So you could be a host, yeah. So and that's how I was able to get her. This is just like to put something like this together. You got a lot of meetings, a lot of meetings, a lot of your repetition, like
a lot of talking.
This is what I'm trying to do, and it's like. And it's not hard to convince people to want to do things for the youth. I'll say that. Like, it's not, but it's still, you have to.
I feel like it's not hard to do things for them, but it's harder to do it because there's so much that not only you're working with kids, but you most likely have to work with their parents too if their parents are involved.
Exactly.
And we all know that parents sometimes don't know how to act. My child needs to go second.
So the good thing is that I was a pediatric nurse, so I have that experience with working with children and their parents, right? So I think that skill set is, I got it down packed, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know you got to talk to the parents first.
Yeah, if you can talk to parents in a medical setting, you could definitely talk to them in a talent setting.
I'm like, you know, and the parents I've been dealing with, they've been so receptive, so nice, like they're so appreciative, and it just makes me smile because.
About how many acts would you say you have?
I have about 9, actually.
Oh, damn.
My goal was to get 10, so I'm so glad that God was able to send me 9.
Yeah.
9 acts, and I think they're all a variety. Like, you got R&B, hip hop, rock, gospel, jazz. Like, you have, like, it's a variety, and I'm glad. And it kind of like shows all of Boston because you don't have just like urban kids. You have everybody. We got all types of kids in this.
That's awesome.
Situation, yeah.
And I love that because it shows Boston.
So it says there's a few cash prizes, and the winners will get mentorship and a radio interview opportunity. Is that radio interview here on Spark FM?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we weren't able to fully pushed the way that we wanted to. They are going to win an interview here where they'll be talking to our wonderful personalities.
Yes.
I'm super excited about that. And I was so
too.
glad that you were able to collaborate on that for the winners.
I
right?
love that.
So
Also live TikTok challenges. Now I like that.
my daughter told me that was corny.
Why?
You know I have teenage daughters.
I know teenagers
And they're like,
so
Mommy,
boring.
TikTok challenges are like 7 seconds. I'm like, I don't need them out there for 7 minutes.
Right.
Doing it. I said, I thought it would just be fun to just kind of get the crowd going. So
I was
like,
excited
we don't do
about
TikTok
that.
challenges. We do some dance
Because
challenges.
y'all are old, you're excited about stuff. They're like, ew.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I'm like, every time I go to Target, I see you guys in there doing TikToks. Like, it's not just my kids. I see everybody's kids. They put their phones up like this, and everybody's like,
yep.
So I was like, okay, let me have you do it on stage. Who does it the best? We'll give you little gift cards or whatever.
Yeah.
If the crowd votes for you, that gets the crowd involvement.
I like it.
So I was like, if we don't do that, we'll do like little dance competitions. I'm sure I'm gonna have little kids there who want to get on stage.
I want to do this. Daddy want to
And the cash prizes go to the first, second, and third place winner. So I do have 3 cash prizes.
Wow.
Yes. And that idea came from my cousin, DJ Real P. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Real P.
Yeah.
No, that's really good because usually it's only the first place people who
that's
get
it.
this.
And I could have just kept it like that, but I really wanted to really show these kids. I appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. What you're doing is something scary. My kids are talented, and they're not like. They wouldn't do this. You know what I mean? So I want to just and I want to set myself apart, right? How do you set yourself apart? I want to get more people to want to participate, make this even bigger, right?
The first years are always the challenge because I feel like first year is your learning year.
Oh, yeah.
You figure out exactly what didn't work and then you figure out what you can do to make it better. So I'm almost certain that you'll probably double the capacity next year because we don't have it. We don't have this here. So
and we need it. We need to bring it back. We need to bring it back to a lot of those old school values that we used to have here in Boston. Boston's always been a lit city, but we got to do a little bit better. So
like in these days and age, I'm so removed from this because my kid is not old enough yet. But you remember back in the days, you used to at least see kids from other schools and you used to bond with them so that when we were at English high, some of us knew them from around. Do they still interact like that or is it more
you don't see that.
Right.
I don't see that. Like, so this is exactly why I want to do something like this, right? Because there are organizations that have like music programs.
Yeah.
Like there's one right up the street from here, right here at the Teen Center at Mattapan.
Yep. They just did their block party on Saturday.
Yes, it was nice. It was really nice. And I actually just recently started volunteering there. So
nice.
I haven't done anything there yet. Let me just put my disclaimer out there, but I will. But I have the ends. But then I have like ZoomX, who's another organization who is going to be doing our sound. Like, you know,
they're
like
a youth radio program.
Yes.
Yep.
And they have like, you know, they have bands. So one of their bands is actually going to be in the and I have Beat the Odds, right? That's another organization that also has this awesome music program, like through like mental health, you know? So they're out there. I want to bring them all together. Bring it all together.
See, you just keep on biting off things. Like, I'm gonna do more big things. No, but that's what happens when you get involved in these types of things. Your ideas continue to grow and grow and grow, and next thing you know, you're probably gonna be at the Foxborough Stadium on the big stage with the children playing their horns.
Girl, from your lips to God's
ears.
Hello. Manifest.
We're gonna manifest it. Honestly, and that's what I've been doing. Because there's power in the tongue, right? So I'm very careful about what I speak over my life.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
And what I speak over other people's lives.
Thank you.
I don't want nobody to fail, and not because I said this. No. I'm very careful about what I put out there. And so with this, I made sure to speak over, like, it's going to be successful.
Yes.
And it's not going to be successful because the place is packed. It's just the quality of the kids that are going to be there, it's going to make it successful. That's what's making me excited.
Yeah.
And I got people like you who are excited about
very
like
and
this
our audience,
adventure.
I know our audience has a lot of kids. I know that you guys are always looking for something to do with these kids. If you have, olderish, whatever side, whatever age children, bring them out. Let them see some talent. Get them excited about next year. Sign them up. Have a registration sign up sheet for next year one time. So that, they can get exposed to what other people are doing and to hone in on their own talents and to start, figuring out. I wish I was his, because CK got a nice voice.
He do.
He about to put a Mariah Carey on All I Want for Christmas Is You. He will bring down the house.
Mm-hmm. All them Magic 106.7
Oh,
songs.
yes. My child loves him some Magic 106.7.
You should have put him in the talent show. Just exposure. He's probably shy too.
He wouldn't do it.
He's shy. There's a lot of and what I learned too. There's a lot of kids that have talent, but they have they're shy. They have anxiety. I don't know if it's around COVID or what it is.
Yeah.
So we got to work on that. We got to work with our kids. So that's part of it. So I'll tell you too a little sneak peek. My young one is going to open up the show.
Oh, how old is she? She's very outgoing.
6.
She's 6 years old. She's super excited. And I had to coerce the twins. The twins are also very talented. Okay, they play the violin, they play the cello, they self-taught on the keyboard, guitar, they sing, they rap. Before I leave too, I'm gonna let you listen to something they did. I shouldn't have said that.
You gonna get in trouble.
Okay, Kamala Harris.
Sorry, Lexi and Libby, because I'm sure that you guys
have your people call them
chiming
people.
in. My bad. But yeah, they're talented, but I had to coerce them. They're gonna also be performing too. They're not a part of the competition, obviously, because it's a bias, but they're like a filler in the show.
Very nice.
So just, I got my kids trying to step out because my kids are very shy. So this is what I'm trying to.
I mean, with a mom like you, I don't know how they could be.
Right. The little one's not shy.
She's not shy.
The little one's not shy at all. She wanted to come on the radio.
Yeah. You should have brought her.
She was like, why am I going to school? I go on a radio school. I have a lot to say. I want to talk about the song I'm going to sing.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
We'll bring her back next time.
It's always the youngest child.
You look.
That's why I only got one.
I don't know what she's talking about. No, but this is good. So this is this Friday. What time is it?
From 6 to 9.
From 6 to 9. Very good timing because anything over 9 I can't do. So from 6 to 9 on Friday, we're going to be at the event venue.
Yes, spontaneous celebrations.
JP by Stony Brook.
Yep, 45.
Danforth.
Is there admission to get in?
Yes. So students are $10, adults are $20, children under 3 free.
Hosted by Julia Mejia.
Yes.
It's all ages can attend.
All ages can attend.
Okay.
You can get your tickets if you go on Eventbrite and you just type in Boston's Got Up. You can find me on my page. I don't have a page for Boston's Got Talent because, like Danielle said, things move so fast, faster than you can even imagine. So I do have a page. It's just not functioning right now. But you can go to my page, Be Good 2, the number 2, you are yourself, IB, on Instagram to get more information about it.
And I'm excited. And is there, if somebody wanted to jump in now and do a talent, is there still room or has it been cut off?
I have cut it off. Just because,
good for mental health and boundaries.
I mean, I also want to shout out, Kanitra's been working with me on this.
She gonna be singing?
So she might, if she needs to. She said she'll jump in.
Good.
Really, her piece is working with the talent. Really, making sure that and that whole mentorship piece.
Yeah, because they need to see that. She's on the stage all the time.
Exactly. And she's a good mentor, right, for that. So she's been actually instrumental in that part of the whole talent show, making sure that that mentorship piece is really put together and and so some of the mentors will actually be in the building. Yeah. I just want to shout out the judges too. I have a variety of judges that are experts in their field. One is from Berkeley. She's a vocalist. I have a hip hop artist that's also a songwriter, and he does a little bit of R&B too. I have an instrumentalist and a dancer. And the fifth judge. I guess I'll tell people. I don't want exclusive. I'll tell you guys, but it's gonna be somebody from the Mrs. Burns' camp. I think it's just important to keep them involved in what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is for their mom, right? And just shout out to that family, because when I called Miss Karen, like, we want to do this in your mother's honor, she was like, please, I'm so glad. We don't want mom's legacy to die. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep Miss Burns' name alive. Miss Burns did a lot.
Yeah, she can't. I don't think her name is cemented in the legacy of
it's
Boston.
On a whole building. Like, like that's
she's on one of those signs.
Is she? Yeah, she has to be. Yeah.
She's an amazing woman. So I just think, like, why not put a scholarship in an amazing woman's name and honor her in that way?
That's awesome.
I love this. And I love that you guys keep Metco united and reunited all the time, especially Belmont Metco, because we outside. Shout out to Lawanda. She's in the comment section. She's here every morning. She says, look at Yoma.
Yeah, girl. Hey, Lawanda. Shout out to Belmont. Shout out to Belmont Step Squad, the originals. Y'all know who y'all are.
Put us on the map. Let's go, Belmont.
Okay.
Step Squad. I think I know like two moves and steps.
Yeah. And you know what too? Like, and just speaking of Step Squad, your role in the Step Squad was very pivotal. You said something to me like, I need to figure out how to do fundraising. Like, girl, do you realize, right? When we did Step, guys, right? Like, y'all don't know. Well, some of y'all may know, but when we did our Step Squad, we never wore the same outfit.
Right.
Like, that was what we were known for. Every time we performed, you never seen us in the same outfit. And we're high school kids. Like, where are we getting this money from? Nobody asked that question. But when we were saying, we want this, we want to wear this, nobody asked Danielle. Danielle goes to BJ's with her mom's like, yo, I got all this candy, y'all sell it. Sell it and get the money back so we can get these uniforms. And she was serious. And then she would come to us. I think you were responsible for even ordering uniforms. Like,
all
of that. So I'm like, you were organizing.
Them little zebra pants y'all had on
some pink pants.
They were fire.
We was dressed up.
They used to hate on us like, oh, they think they all that. We were.
Yeah, you were.
And y'all know who y'all are.
And all grades, all Belmont Metco grades, we was always fire.
We were always fire, always. I just want to let you know, like, you got it in you, right? So there's things that we have to remember that it's already in us.
Yeah.
Like, you did that. Nobody said, Danielle, go and do that.
Very good.
And then we just kind of gave it to you. Like, you the fundraising person. Like, you fundraise for us. You know what I mean? You did it so well. So shout out to your parents that used to take you to BJ's to get that stuff.
Shout out to mommy for taking us to BJ's.
Yes, she's still taking us to BJ's. Anyways, people, we got to go to a commercial break because we got to finish the rest of the show. Boston Got Talent this Friday, 6 to 9. Jamaica Plain.
Spontaneous
celebration. There's going to be talent. Bring your kids out. Bring your family out. Bring everybody out and show some support. Donate. Donate to the scholarship fund, the Thelma D. Burns Scholarship Fund, to help another Metcoite get in and stay in and do what they got to do. Ioma, thank you so much for this selfless act of putting this together. And for making sure that you're promoting and staying on top of it. And thank you for all of your support, period.
Absolutely.
Your support of AF. And that has always been something that you have been. So you are highly favored. And we can see that in your family and how you carry yourself. So continue to do dope shit. I'm excited about that.
Love you guys.
Love you too. We got to go real quick. We'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
Let's start with the big question.
Who are you? The all-new Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. right here in Boston. We're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Hello, I'm Marissa Jarrett Winokur. Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. 1 in every 4 Americans is infected with HPV. For many people, the virus hides inside them and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is, there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for children 11 to 12 years old, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctor. You don't want HPV hiding inside of you. Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. Tax. Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Says she wanna take me away. Says she wanna take me away. Says she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back inside of the building. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. We were just talking to Ioma of Boston's Got Talent, bringing back big talent shows to Boston.
That's
in
awesome.
honor of Thelma D. Burns of the Metco program. Helping out with their scholarship fund and just keeping her name and legacy alive. So shout out to her and her team for putting this together for Friday.
That's going to time.
It is going to be a really good time.
Remember when we used to go to English High for the...
I do, and even
crump
and Latin. Sahara used to go to Latin Academy. Yep. And then that one had a couple of talent shows too that I went to and used to see all of my little boyfriends from all over the place and stuff like that. I remember that.
Oh my gosh, you have boyfriends.
I had my boyfriends. But let's get into our national and world news. What's going on?
Well, you know what's going on is this Hurricane Milton has been back upgraded to a Category 5. Yesterday it was downgraded. Now it's back up to a Category 5. It's hitting in Florida today. And, there's a lot of people who are starting to travel down to Florida, Miami area for Carnival this weekend. So, people have been concerned about that. Hurricane Milton is taking aim at Florida's west coast. The landfall is expected late Wednesday night at a Category 4 hurricane, upgraded to Category 5 now. Milton is closing in on Floridians are still recovering from the devastation unleashed by Hurricane Helene. I don't know. This is supposed to be, I don't know. Milton is forecast to make landfall Wednesday night near Sarasota, south of Tampa, as a low-end Category 4 hurricane with winds of 140 miles per hour. 140 miles per hour. That sounds crazy. Strong wind gusts over 100 miles per hour are forecast for the Tampa area along during the landfall, and a dangerous record-breaking storm surge of up to 12 feet, I heard up to 15 feet, is expected for Tampa Bay and Fort Myers. Storm surge could reach a life-threatening 15 feet near Sarasota. Heavy rain up to 18 inches is expected to inundate parts of central Florida, bringing a high risk of flash flooding. And right underneath there, Saucy, I don't know if you could bring it up.
I got it ready.
Is a visual interpretation of what it could look like in Florida if these storm surges reach the 15 feet that is predicted.
So this guy is talking in it. Hold on, let me just.
Yeah, so he says the storm surge of Hurricane Milton is expected to reach 15 feet. To give you an idea of how deadly this is, here's what 9 feet looks like. So right now where he's standing, if you can see on your screen.
Now, there's no way, to evacuate with this kind of storm surge. But we know there's going to be places with more than 3 feet. Imagine 6 feet of storm surge. Now this completely floods out the first floors of homes and businesses, and the only way to escape that is to move to the higher floor of a building. Now, unfortunately, there are going to be places that get more than 6 feet of storm surge flooding. Imagine this, 9 feet and even beyond of flooding, of inundation. This is practically not survivable. So please follow the advice of your local officials when they ask you to evacuate. And if you have any questions about what evacuation zone you're in, if you need to go and or where you need to go to floridadisaster.org. And by all means, everybody, please stay safe.
I don't know how we supposed to stay safe with that, Mr. Man.
Because what the frick is that? What are you supposed to do?
Crazy.
You know what's crazy? The mayor of Tampa was on doing an interview with someone.
Yes.
And did you see what she said? She said
if you stay there, you're going to die.
She said if we tell you to evacuate and you don't evacuate, you are going to die. And she said it straight up, just like that.
Is you supposed to be able to? Are you supposed to say that to people?
I mean, you know what? She had to say what she had to say. You had to have that kind of dramatic effect and a dramatic pause at the end, and she just ended it. You are going to die. Period. She said.
She said the number one message, as it has always been for several years now, for several days now, is that you need to prepare.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to do, and then get out of the evacuation zones, which now are evacuation zones A and B. And as we all have heard so many times now, you hide from the wind and run from the water. And we are talking about that right now. The possibility of a direct 10 to 12 foot tidal surge. Put that in perspective. Hurricane Helene, which just left the Tampa Bay area a week ago, there was 6 foot storm surge, and that literally devastating to so many. She said it during an interview in CNN. They're telling. I wonder why people don't evacuate in situations like that.
They talk about they're gonna ride out the storm. You gonna ride through the storm.
Ride on the storm.
She said, I can say this without any dramatization whatsoever. If you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you are going to die. And in that video with the man with the just now that you showed, did you see when the water went up, how the cars and stuff were floating in the back?
Yep.
And that's, I mean, it's dramatization. But if that, if that's a real visual of what could happen, that's very, very scary. Very, very scary. And where is Tampa in Florida? Isn't it like is it right on the coast? Like, where is that? How come like Miami, South Florida isn't being affected by this like that?
I don't know. So map of Florida. Florida. Because this is what we need to do. All right. Florida, Miami, all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
So where's this hitting? In the north?
Yeah, northern Florida. Tampa.
Okay, let me see here.
And Tampa just got hit real hard by Helene.
Amazon map here. I don't want an Amazon map. Just give me the free one that I can look at. Okay. So Tampa is...
It's on the west side.
Tampa is on the west side, middle.
Yeah, west side of Florida. Our good friend Melissa that we met on our first Uber Soca cruise lives in Tampa. And you know, I pray for her and her family and other people, because is our family near Tampa?
Near Tampa, so they're in Jacksonville. Let me see. This letters is too small. Jacksonville is all the way at the top near Georgia.
Okay, really?
Yeah,
interesting.
Didn't know.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's 2 hours from Savannah.
It's mad far.
Yeah, it's 2 hours from Savannah. So
I don't know where Savannah possibly.
Savannah is Georgia.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, it's not here in Florida.
Oh, Devin is in Tampa.
He had to be evacuated.
Where did he go?
He is with his grandparents in Tampa, I believe. They're still in Tampa.
Are they evacuating?
Do they have to evacuate?
Yeah,
they probably have to evacuate.
They probably have to evacuate.
Wow.
That's really, really scary and sad.
So I'm glad that I took out this map, because I didn't know that Miami was so down low.
Yeah, it's South Florida.
Yeah,
Miami's in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville is up north. Thank you, Evans, for all of your Tampa is surrounded by water.
Tampa is literally surrounded by water.
Is it Miami
it's a
too?
little, I mean, Miami, yes, because it's on the coast of the water, but Tampa got a little piece of island in there. You see that?
Oh.
Little islandish Tampa Bay, Clearwater, St. Petersburg.
So,
it's a little.
Yeah, prayers for them, prayers for Tampa, prayers for whatever areas in Florida are being hit, and please take heed and evacuate if you're within.
Come out of there, come down from there, baby. Come down from there, baby.
Yeah, go to Miami. Book claims Trump secretly sent COVID test machine to Putin during the shortage. Okay. A new book by veteran Watergate reporter Bob Woodward says Donald Trump secretly sent coveted COVID-19 testing machines to Vladimir Putin for personal use when they were in short supply, a claim angrily dismissed by the Trump campaign.
I mean, doesn't the Trump campaign angrily dismiss every claim against them?
Trump campaign, like how? It always fathoms me. Buffoons me.
Befuddled.
Me. That people are supporting Donald Trump with all the lies
and propaganda,
the smoke and mirrors and all the bullshit that he says. Did you hear how he told the people that FEMA spent all the money on immigrants so they don't have no money to help the people?
He's such a D head. He's such a DA head.
Oh, thank you. Like, I couldn't believe, like, he really said these things, and there are still people who really support him. Like, what do you do in this situation? Anyhow, he sent them to Vladimir Putin. The book titled War. Also,
I was trying to show Gary something.
Oh, the book titled War also includes a claim that Trump secretly has stayed in touch with Putin since leaving office, according to excerpts cited by U.S. media. In response, former President Donald Trump told ABC News he's a storyteller, a bad one, and he's lost his marbles. The Trump campaign also said none of the made-up stories are true, and you made up the stories, so why did you say them if they're not true?
This is what I don't understand. I fully believe that Trump said that because he is a liar and he is drama and he is a horrible individual. I do believe that Trump would say something. Trump or JD stank ass would say that that they gave all the money to the migrants. Why would they do that? There's already money allocated to the migrants.
Right.
Why would they need to take the FEMA money?
Exactly.
But I do also understand. What I don't understand is that FEMA should never be in shortage of money, regardless of everything.
FEMA's not short of money, though.
Good,
the
because
FEMA director came on and said that they're not short of money.
And I'm glad to hear that. And Trump should understand that it wouldn't make any sense for FEMA to not have any money to give to the immigrants when we need it.
Right.
For the reason we have it is FEMA. He feels like he's running the presidency, and when we needed a leader to come through and make sure that everything was good, he was not good. And that's why millions and millions and millions of people died during COVID here in America, because Trump was an a-hole and is never ever serious about anything.
Trump is an a-hole.
He is the
a-hole.
The whole one.
I don't understand how America ever allowed that to happen.
America should be so embarrassed, but
I'm embarrassed.
We don't have any shame in America, and that's the problem. There's no shame in America. And if America had some iota of shame, where some people had to walk around with the scarlet letter on their forehead or chest, then people would think more about doing the foolishness they do. But Trump should have been had a scarlet letter engraved on his forehead like they did to that little black boy with the razor in that time. I'm just making a correlation that racism is alive.
Yes, and you did that. You did that. What we know about Robert Robinson, who is facing execution on October 17th in Texas for a crime that never occurred.
Who?
What do you mean? Texas set Robert Robinson's execution date for October 17th, despite new evidence that he is an innocent man wrongly convicted under the now debunked shaken baby syndrome hypothesis. On July 1st, Texas...
Wait, there's no such thing as a shaken baby syndrome?
He didn't do it. It didn't happen.
But shaken baby syndrome is something.
Shaken baby syndrome is a thing.
That British au pair.
The au pair.
Is she still in jail? Did she go to jail?
She did go to jail.
She shouldn't have shook that baby.
I know. I remember that story so well. Because it was Sunil was the name of the father. He was an anesthesiologist at Brigham and Women's. And Imani was born right after that case happened. And he was Auntie Brenda's anesthesiologist while she was in labor.
Really?
Yes, and she said she was so out of it, but she kept on saying to him, "Are you okay? And how are you? Are you okay?" He was like, don't. You
leave me alone.
You have this baby. On July 1st, Texas set Robert Robinson's execution for October 17th, despite new evidence that he is an innocent man wrongly convicted under the now debunked shaken baby syndrome hypothesis. Mr. Robinson would be the first person in the U.S. executed based on the discredited SBS hypothesis unless the courts or Governor Abbott intervenes. Mr. Robinson's case is riddled with unscientific evidence, inaccurate and misleading medical testimony, and prejudicial treatment. In 2002, Mr. Robinson's 2-year-old chronically ill daughter, Nikki, was sick with a high fever and suffered a short fall from bed. Hospital staff did not know Mr. Robinson had autism and judged his response to his daughter's grave conditions as lacking emotion. Mr. Robinson was prosecuted, convicted, and sentenced to death for Nikki's death. The overwhelming medical and scientific evidence now shows that Nikki died of accidental and natural causes. Mr. Robinson's innocence
Wait, they
case,
blamed a man to shake the baby to death and the baby died by natural causes? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Robinson's innocence case is attracting growing and widespread support from eminent scientists, doctors, faith leaders, innocence groups, former federal judges, best-selling novelist John Grisham, and the lead detective who testified for the prosecution.
Grisham, that's from CSI.
He writes books. He's a real novelist, but that guy's name was Grisham. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The lead detective who testified for the prosecution, who now believes he contributed to an innocent person being sentenced to death row.
Wow. Grisham would have never made sure that
solved that
everything
case
through insects.
Yes. Here's what you need to know about Mr. Robinson's case and the scientifically unsound argument that led to his conviction and death sentence. It's a really long article. You got to read that, but there's this is from the Innocence Project, and there is lots of efforts being made to stay his execution. I don't understand why they're still letting it go.
Interesting It's very interesting how they pick and choose which executions they gonna stay and not gonna stay. Because I'm still out here fighting for the soul of Marcellus Williams.
That's right. That's right.
That man didn't deserve to die.
Nobody.
They didn't do nothing.
No.
Uh-huh.
Next, we have amid the Adams scandal. This is Eric Adams scandal. Former City Hall official has been arrested, charged with witness tampering and destroying evidence.
What did he do?
Mohammed Bal resigned Monday from his job in the Adams administration. So Mohammed Bahi, who resigned Monday.
Who is
Eric Adams?
Oh, Mayor Eric Adams. Okay.
Mohammed Bahi, who resigned Monday from his job in Mayor Eric Adams' administration, was arrested early Tuesday morning for allegedly obstructing the investigation into the mayor and his campaign. Bahi served as senior liaison in the Adams administration's community affairs until his resignation on Monday. He was charged with witness tampering and destroying evidence. According to the criminal complaint, Bahi allegedly told Adams' campaign donors to lie to the FBI and deleted the messaging app Signal from his phone as agents arrived to search his house. Previously, Bahi allegedly organized a 2020 fundraiser for Adams' mayoral campaign at the Brooklyn offices of a construction company. 4 employees of the company made contributions in their own names, but those contributions were allegedly funded by the company's chief executive officer, prosecutors warned. What's the problem here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bahi allegedly obstructed a federal criminal investigation by instructing witnesses to lie and then destroy evidence, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said in a statement. The charges unsealed today should leave no doubt about the seriousness of any effort to interfere with a federal investigation, particularly when undertaken by a government employee.
So what did he do?
What did he do? He deleted the app.
Corruption, misappropriation of funding. So all of the black collar, white collar crimes. He was just out here taking and shucking and jiving. If Clarence Thomas can do it, leave Eric Adams alone.
Oh my gosh, look at this graph that they have here. This is so cool. So who's who in the Eric Adams federal investigation? So they have like all the people who are in his cabinet. And then they have who had their home searched, who had electric devices seized, who resigned, and who has been indicted.
Where do you see that?
Right in the story. That's a pretty cool graphic that they have there.
You guys, because that is a pretty cool graphic.
Yeah. So
who got cut?
So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And Eric Adams all had their homes searched by the investigators, had electronic devices seized by investigators. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. People that resigned. 1, 2 people, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have resigned from the cabinet so far. And how many have been indicted? 1, 2, 3. 2 people besides Eric Adams have been indicted.
Hold on. So it is a lot of them. It's the campaign consultant,
It's
the
everybody.
mayor.
Ain't that everybody?
Yeah, the mayor's international affairs aide, director of Asian affairs for Adams administration, first deputy mayor, school chancellor, advisor to Adams, deputy mayor for public safety, former police commissioner, city hall chief counsel, retired fire chief, another fire chief, and a community affairs unit, the whole unit.
Yeah.
I mean, damn.
Well, Muhammad is just that Muhammad from the community affairs unit. But yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. Eric was over this Rico.
Yeah.
They look like Rico to me.
He was briefly he appeared before the federal magistrate and was released on $250,000 bond. In addition to the bond, he must surrender his passport, remain within 5 boroughs, Long Island and New Jersey, and have no contact with witnesses or the mayor. He must also seek employment, the judge said.
Good, he got to get a job.
But what'd he do? He has pleaded not guilty to several charges, including bribery and fraud, and has refused calls to step down as mayor. That is Eric Adams that they're speaking of there. What do you think? You think he should step down?
I mean, you know what I don't like? I don't like everybody always resigning as soon as things come out. Let it happen all the way. And then you got to step down because you don't have no choice. But right now, he's still in denial that he did anything. So why would I step down? when forced to step down, or when that question starts to arise, I think that ego gets in the way of a lot of people, and they're like, "No, I'm not gonna step down to the end." So I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I guess it really depends on how bad it's affecting everything else around you.
Yeah. What else do we have here?
Let's go. Go ahead. I was gonna go straight into entertainment.
Go to it.
This next one was about the TikTok one.
Yeah.
About the little boy, but I don't know too much about the little boy, and it seemed like he had a mental break, and he was
a person of interest, and now the charges have been upgraded
to murder. Yeah. So I mean,
second degree murder.
He planned it.
No, first degree is planned.
Well, second degree is he didn't mean to, and he decided there that he was going to.
Yeah.
So a little bit of planning went into it once he got there. Once he got there, he realized that he wanted to
long-term planning.
Yeah, a little short-term planning in his head. Diddy files appeal to be released from jail one last time. This is his third appeal. He really wants to not be in there. And I get it. I wouldn't want to be in there either. Diddy is taking another bite at the apple, trying to get himself released on bond. 3 weeks after he was arrested and thrown behind bars, the rap mogul's attorney just filed new legal documents obtained by TMZ, appealing the most recent order denying him bond. In the comment section, or call us up, do you guys think that Diddy should get bond? Did you ever say what you feel?
If he should
get bond?
No. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
What do you guys feel in the comment section? Tell me, do you think that Diddy should get bond, or do you think that he just need to sit there for a little bit?
Yeah, he needs to cook.
No. Hemper says no, he should not be getting out.
Mm-mm.
No, don't want to.
So.
Absolutely not. Oh, see, Jason says yes. Why, Jason? Sit there for a little bit. Yeah. Absolutely not. Yeah, I think that if he, I personally think that, and this is only because he's rich. Only because he's rich, that he should get out on bond. And I don't know why. I don't even know why. I just feel like white people all the time feel they be out on bond all the time. And I think that $50 million bond is a significant amount of money to not make me want to.
I'm not looking at it from a, and I understand why you said that, but I'm not looking at it from a racial standpoint. I'm looking at it as you are the evil, dirty, nasty bastard, and you need to sit there. And because you are rich, is why you need to be sitting in there, because you think that that you're so rich that you can get away with anything. But guess what? This is the great, the Great
Depression.
Equalizer, and you being nasty, and you've got to do some time for the crimes that you committed. And we saw that you committed these crimes. These aren't alleged crimes. Well, I'm talking about the whole beating of Cassie, because we saw that, right? But there's videos of the freak offs and all that other stuff. So we saw that you did this thing, that you actually did this thing. So yeah, sit in jail and think about what you did.
And you know what? I literally agree with everything you said. I don't know. I just feel, maybe it's me. I feel like once I become a millionaire or a billionaire, that nothing should be, I should be able to break through all the barriers of everything.
Right.
Toya says, Beverly says, Trump get away with his. And that's the thing. The comparisons, I hate the comparisons because I do believe that if you are evil, you should all be going to jail. But and I guess that's the reason why I'm right there, because I'm just like, if it is Trump, and Trump gets a chance, I don't think that Trump has done anything different than what Diddy has ever done.
Right.
Including hitting and beating women probably.
Oh, yeah.
And
grabbing them in the pussy.
Trump is allowed to literally run for the president of the United States, and he has a hell of a good chance at becoming the president. And I feel like if he can still run for president, then Diddy can get house arrest. Like it, and it doesn't make any logical sense at all. It just, in my head, I want, if we gonna be pushing for superiority and doing things to give ourselves the up to be able to get to that, all the people up at that point, not just white men. Like I'm tired of seeing that. I do believe that all of them should be locked up and dragged. Like literally dragged and given nothing. But until that is a thing, I just feel like he should be able to play basketball with the house. With I mean,
we all feel like, like black men should not, but we are very much held to a higher standard. You know what I mean? Like you've got to do a lot more. But it shouldn't be that you have to be held to a higher standard by other people. You should be held to a higher standard by yourself.
Exactly.
And Diddy, you are rich and you could do whatever. I'm sure you could have paid some woman to let you do whatever she wanted to with all that lubricant and baby oil. You could have done that in a way that did not have to be this. And I think it's disgusting. And I think that Donald Trump needs to be in jail. Yeah. If he does not win this election, they need to lock him up that day.
And see, that's the conversation that I feel is when they talk about people are distracted. I strongly believe in my heart, not just because I don't like him. I strongly believe that Trump deserves to be in jail.
Absolutely.
Like, he needs to go to jail. Period. He's not a good person,
and not no sexy jail either. He needs to be in GP with the bros and all of that, because Trump really has done the most.
I get really upset when I know that there are really smart people out here, or maybe not so smart, that are sitting here vouching for this man all the time and willing to put him in the highest court in office when he should be in the lowest office in the world, which is jail. The only office that Trump should be sitting in is jail. And it pains me that he's not, and that he could be the damn president of the United States.
Agreed.
It's not right.
Not at all.
But moving on, Justin Timberlake postpones New Jersey concert due to mystery illness. Probably Triple E.
Why is it Triple E?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Triple E. But speaking of Justin Timberlake, did you see that thing that I sent you this morning with Justin Timberlake and the other one singing Jodeci?
Yes, I did.
That was so weird to me.
What's his
name? Who's the other one name? Ryan Gosling. Gosling.
Yes.
There was Justin Timberlake and Ryan Gosling singing Jodeci on the Mickey Mouse Club back in the day. And they was singing. They was singing.
Wow. Back to Diddy, though. Yeah. Remember the last Diddy accuser who said she got pregnant by him back in the day? So Diddy's accuser's ex-boyfriend says that she offered a bribe to him to back up her rape allegations.
So what, it's not true?
See, this is when it starts to get crazy. The ex-boyfriend of Talia Graves, who has sued Sean Diddy Combs, is accusing her of attempting to bribe him with $3 million if he vouched for the claims she made against the rap mogul. Greaves, on September 24th, which is the best day of the entire year, filed a lawsuit in New York federal court claiming the music mogul and his head of security, Joseph Sherman, sexually assaulted her and recorded it on video at his New York recording studio in 2001. Graves said that her ex-boyfriend told her late last year, following the lawsuit raised by Combs' ex Cassie, which was settled in a day, informed her that the rapper had recorded the incident, showed it to others, and sold it for pornography. Graves' ex-boyfriend provided TMZ with text messages from November of 2023 in which she said she was going to pursue litigation against Combs because he's the one that has the money. The outlet reported Tuesday that Graves tried to get her ex-boyfriend to confirm that he saw the footage in question and specifically cited finances in writing. What do you need? 3 mil? Graves' ex-boyfriend told TMZ that he interpreted it as an attempted bribe and promptly blocked her phone number and social media accounts. Combs' legal team has also have copies of the text exchange, the outlet reported. Graves, who appeared with one of her attorneys, Gloria Alfred, at a September 24th Best Day of the Year news conference, said that she was 25 and dating an executive who worked for Combs in the summer of 2001 at the time of the incident occurred. Graves said Combs and Sherman lured her to a meeting at the Bad Boys recording studio, picked her up in an SUV, and during the ride gave her a drink likely laced with drugs.
Oh, Rohypnol.
Alfred told TMZ Tuesday in reply to the allegations against Graves, it is very common that rich, powerful men and their supporters attempt to discredit, shame, and humiliate accusers who have the courage to come forward. The complaint speaks for itself. Our client is looking forward to her day in court. So it is something that Diddy could have done.
Yeah.
and got to the man, the ex-boyfriend before anything.
So, but it's so to interpret it the way that I heard it was that she's not saying lie for me. What she's saying is confirm that you saw it, because didn't it say that he told her that it was being sold as whatever? So it doesn't sound like she's asking him to lie for her. It just sounds like she's asking him to confirm that he saw the video and that she was saying to him like, I'll give you. I don't know where the $3 million came from. Where did she get $3 million from? Oh, she was planning on getting $3 million from suing Diddy?
Yeah. Well, when she sued Diddy, she was going to get $3 million.
To give to him.
Because why would she have to give him money to confirm something?
Right, that's true. Well, maybe just because he helped her out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. As these stories come to light, they're going to unfold too at the same time. People got to be careful.
Yeah.
Sage the Gemini is accused of sexual assault at Chris Brown's home.
Dang.
It's probably one of them freak off parties that Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown be having little freak off parties, but I don't think he traveled with him. He just used the groupies that come to his hotel room.
And if you came to him, what are you supposed to do?
And if I would go to him, I would go to
somebody posted a video on one of these Boston pages of Chris Brown at the concert. He was dancing. He had on a little gray sweatpant and things.
Tekashi 6ix9ine's new multi-million deal requires the rapper to stay quiet, hopefully. Maybe that's what there's.
Why is he still being talked about?
I don't know. The rapper to stay out of trouble to keep his payday, something he's not worried about. He cut his hair and now he has this. Now he looks like J Balvin.
Who is J Balvin?
Ain't he one of them Puerto Rican singers? Dominican? I don't know. What are you in Latinx singers? Mariah the Scientist says she was denied jail visit with Young Thug.
Is that her boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh, really?
They've been together for a while, since way before time.
I don't know who she is. The only Mariah that I know is that little white girl that was on Love and Hip Hop, and that's not her, right?
Only Mariah I know is Carrie.
That's right.
Hello.
And
Kanye West and Bianca Censori shut down divorce rumors with some nice PDA.
Oh, great.
Let's look at it.
What was she doing? SNSD again on a boat in Italy?
Probably.
That's great.
Probably.
That's nice.
Oh, but she has on clothes this time.
Nice.
She has on a long pants with some feathers on it. It's clearly see-through. And I wonder if she knows that her titties is long.
Uh-oh. Maybe long titties is nice to some people.
I got them, so I'm not mad at them.
I'm not mad at my long titties.
All right. With that said, people, that is the end of the show today. Tristan is going to be gone the whole week. So if you are a radio producer and you would like to come and hang out with us, then you can do that.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, sir.
Larry, come hang out with us.
Larry, I know, Larry. Why can't you, Larry, you want me to come get you in the morning? You come hang out with us in morning time? Yeah. Yes? Okay.
Empress Divine said, leave long titties alone.
Larry, I'm not coming to get you, but you could just come here. It's too far away. With that said, people, thank you for joining us for Saucy and Friends in the
Toya,
morning.
we are going. We're leaving on Friday
evening. Late afternoon. When the storm is over, we don't do storms.
Yeah, we have to make sure the storm is all the way gone.
Because just in case it ain't gone, we ain't got to lose very much.
Exactly.
Eller.
Exactly.
With that said, people, we're going to slide on over to the side. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online. Bobby Steels is up next. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Don't leave yet. Say some words for them.
Words. She's got something that she wants to say, so she's not gone yet. Are y'all gone yet? Larry Jordan says he likes long breasts.
Oh, see, that's nice because you don't got to lift your head all the way up. It was just. Bye-bye.
Start with the big question.
The all-new Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive into economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder.